Hello everyone. In this lecture, we will learn how to handle dropdowns using Selenium in Python. Here you see this is a dropdown, right? And we need to select a value from this dropdown. This is also one more dropdown. Okay, the select class in Selenium is used to handle dropdowns. Selenium WebDriver provides a class named as select which is used to handle dropdowns. We need to import the select class and then we can use it. So there are multiple methods like select by index, select by value, select by visible text. So those are used to select dropdowns in Selenium Python. Anyway, we'll see with an example. So let's go to our PyCharm. Let me create a new Python file. Okay, and let me name it as dropdown. Okay, we'll copy some code from this locators.py file. Okay, so let me copy all and paste it here. So here we are launching Chrome browser and then we are navigating to this URL and then we are maximizing this window. Okay, and then let me remove all these things, and time.sleep, we are just writing it to wait for some time. I have already told all these things in our previous videos, that's why I am not explaining it all. I just copied from our previous file. Okay, so here we will write code for the drop down. Okay, so we need to select a value from this drop down. Okay, so before selecting, let's get the XPath of this particular drop down. So just right click and then inspect. Okay, so here you see select name equal to state, id equal to state. Okay, so here you are seeing the select tag, right? It means we can use select class here. Okay, so let me use this name equal to state. So if you will write a XPath, you can write / select then @ name equal to state. Okay, so it is identifying. So let me copy this. So here we will write select. Okay, here we need to give the find element of the drop down. So what we will write here? Driver dot find element. Okay, then by dot XPath. Okay, comma, then you give the XPath here. Okay, so here you can put it as a single quote. Okay, and here if you will mouse over and here you see import this name, right? So selenium dot webdriver dot support dot select dot select. Okay, so now you don't see any error, so this is fine. So this is the package we need to import for the select class. Okay, now let's put this one into one variable object for the select class. So what we'll do, what is the variable name we'll give? We'll give it as drop down. Okay, so drop down is equal to then this particular one. So now let's do drop down dot. So here you see select by value, select by index, select by visible text. So all these we can use to select a drop down. Okay, so first let's use this select by index. Okay, so drop down dot select by index and we need to give the index value. So let's say we will give the index value as 1. Okay, and now let's execute it and let's see what exactly is getting selected from the drop down. So here we have given time.sleep, so we can see it easily. Okay, so run drop down. Let's see. So here you see NCR got selected. Okay, so how NCR got selected? Let's see. Okay, so what is happening? So this index always start from 0. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 like that. Okay, and here actually this choose state should not be one index, but somehow that is how it is designed. So this is taking as 0 and this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. Okay, so if we will select it as a 0, it will take it as choose state. Okay, so let me just execute and show you. See, it was choose state only. Okay, now we will see the different methods, right? So we'll just write drop down dot, okay, select by visible text. Okay, and what are the visible text here? Let's say Haryana will give, right? So here we will write Haryana, okay, and let me put it as 1, and let me put some time here so we can see how it is changing. Okay, so first it will select NCR, then it will select Haryana. Okay, let me execute it. So first you see NCR got selected and now Haryana got selected. Okay, now we will see another option. Okay, again we will put a time dot sleep, and then here we will select drop down dot select by value. Okay, so first of all, if you want to use select by value, you need to see if the value attribute is defined here. So here you see value attribute, value equal to NCR, value equal to UP, Haryana, Rajasthan. So everything is defined here. So we can use value attribute here. If value attribute is not defined here, then you cannot use select by value. Okay, so let's copy this value and then here we will write the same thing. Okay, so that is one important thing when you are using select by value. Okay, now let me execute it. So NCR got selected, then Haryana got selected, next thing is Rajasthan got selected. So you saw how select by index, select by visible text, select by value works. Okay, so you can use all these methods to select a value from a drop down. Okay, one more thing. So here you see you have 1, 2, 3, 4 different options available to select from a drop down. So if you have, let's say, 1000 drop down options, right, and you just need to know how many different options available in this drop down, right? So how you will find it? So to find total number of options available in a drop down, what you can use length of drop down dot options. So you can just write len, okay, then this drop down, okay, dot options. Okay, so this will give you total number of options available in that particular drop down. So if I'll just print it, okay, print, let's say, total number of options in drop down. Okay, so let's see that. Let me run it. Okay, again this is selecting all these options and finally it will count total number of options available. Okay, so it is telling 5. I have told you, right, because this is taking this choose state also one option. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that is fine. One more thing, let's say we have 1000 options in a drop down and the order of this drop down can change. So we have a test case where we need to verify one particular value is present in that drop down list or not. Okay, so how we'll do it? So we need to loop through that particular drop down options and we need to search for that particular value is present there or not. Okay, so how we will do it? Okay, so let me show you with one example. Okay, so first of all, let's say we will search for this particular state equal to NCR. Okay, because we know this NCR was one option in that particular drop down, right? So let's write a simple for loop for option in, okay, then drop down dot options, right, because this will give you all the different options. Okay, enter and let's write a if condition, if option dot text, okay, is equal to state, then what we will do, we will select that, right? So option dot click and maybe we can print it here also, print option found and clicked. Okay, and we don't want to execute it for long, so maybe we can put a break statement here, and then you write a else block. In else block you just say print option not found. Okay, so what we tried to do here is, first of all we wrote what exactly we are trying to search for. We put it into a variable. Okay, ncr we are searching for, and this particular then we wrote a for loop for option in dropdown dot options. You know, this dropdown dot options will give you all the different values, right? So we are looping through all these values present in that particular dropdown dot options. If option dot text is equal to state, so here we are comparing the value, right? So in this dropdown dot options there are multiple values. So for the first value we are comparing. So here the first value is choose state, right? Because they are taking it as one value. So choose state is equal to ncr, no. So this condition is not matching, it will come here, option not found. Then again the loop will come here, okay, and then what will do? It will search for ncr. If ncr equal to ncr, yes, then it will click on that ncr, and then it will tell option found and clicked, and then it will break it. So it will not go to the else block. So let's execute and see how it is working. So finally it should select ncr. Okay, it got selected and it got closed. So here what you see, so total number of drop down is 5 because of this print statement. Then what it told, option not found, and finally option found and clicked. Why this option not found it gave? Because first it looped through that choose state, that is what I was telling, right? Choose state. So it was looping through that and didn't found, and here it came and it gave option not found. And when again the second time when it was ncr, in that point of time it found it and it gave option found and clicked. So similarly, let's say you put anything, right? Let's say Odisha, right? So it is not there. So basically you will find option not found. Let me run it. See what we found here, option not found. But if you will observe here one thing, it looped through 3 to 5 times because there are 5 different values. So with this option, right, we are looping through, so this one, with this option we are looping through all the values present in that particular drop down. So this is how you can scan through all the options available in a drop down. So this may help you in your real time testing and validating any scenarios. Okay, so that's all for this lecture. See you in the next lecture. Thank you.